KD Country 94 weather. At H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they make sure your return gets done right.
It's not just numbers, boxes, and forms, it's personal care, so you can get every credit and deductions that you deserve. With an average of over 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right.
No one offers more ways to help get your taxes done than H&R Block. Come to your locally owned H&R Block in Beloit, Concordia, and Salina. At H&R Block, help us here.
Here's a look at your local weatherology forecast. High of 49 today under clear skies, winds out of the northwest 8 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight 36. Daytime highs approaching 70. Tomorrow clear skies. Dry and turning cooler Wednesday and Thursday with highs from the upper 50s to the low 60s. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki on KD Country 94. Right now, it's 32 degrees.
If you're looking for a variety of garden products, now's the time to stop in at Box Garden Center in Cawker City. They have a wide variety ranging from A to Z. They have asparagus crowns, bulk seed, and cold crops available. Box also has a variety of roses plus onion sets in white, yellow, and red. Onion plants, rhubarb, and seed potatoes. Be sure to come early for the best selection. You can always call ahead at 781-4905. That's Box Garden Center, 1111 6th Street in Cawker City. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. except on Wednesday when they're open 9 to 5, closed on Sundays. The news this hour is brought to you by Anderson Insurance Agency. They do farm, home, auto, life, and crop insurance. Stop by and see Matt and Becky, 118 North Mill in Beloit, or call them at 738-5701.
Keeping you informed, this is KD Country 94 and Z96.3 News.
A Rush County woman has a local business and law enforcement officers to thank for finding and returning the $44,900 in cash she could have easily lost to a scam. In addition, she was prevented from sending off another $20,000 in cash, according to a social media report from the Great Bend Police. This began when UPS store employees in Great Bend were suspicious of a package because something was loose inside. They decided to inspect the package only to discover a large amount of cash. They called us right away, and thanks to their diligence, the woman has all her money back, said the Detective John Reynolds of the Great Bend Police Department. When Reynolds was notified of the circumstances, he reviewed the UPS store's video surveillance. He then took a picture from that video of the woman who wanted to ship the package to a business in Orange, California. In the meantime, Detective Shane Becker started calling area banks, asking about any recent large cash withdrawals. As it turned out, 3 area banks were involved, and the woman's photo was identified at one of the banks. Police also learned that the woman, who is in her 70s, was preparing to send off another $20,000. Her son was involved by this time, and that cash was never shipped anywhere. The incident began when the woman received a phone call from what appeared to be a Washington, D.C. Phone number, which was on the caller ID. The caller said he was from the Department of Commerce. He told her they knew she had been involved in some type of scheme, Reynolds reported. Then she was informed that it would take $44,900 to keep her out of trouble. She later received a second call demanding $20,000. If they think they have been successful with the first call, they will try again. Thankfully, the bank had notified her son and the loss was prevented. The caller suggested that if banks started asking questions, the woman should explain that she was buying a vehicle with the cash. We all know these kind of scams occur frequently, Detective Reynolds said. I encourage everyone to keep in mind that no legitimate business or government agency is ever going to demand cash. The best advice I can give is to verify that a caller is legitimate, and if you have any questions, contact law enforcement. Today's community calendar is brought to you by Heart Choices Pregnancy and Parenting Resource Center, offering free pregnancy tests, pregnancy counseling, and parenting classes, 6 in Independence and Beloit, and their satellite locations in Concordia, Osborne, and Smith Center. You can call 738-3433 for an appointment, or check them out at their website, heartchoicesbeloit.com. Lenten meals will be served to the public at 5:30, with Lenten service fall at 6:15 at the Zion Lutheran Church in Beloit, coming up this Wednesday, March the 20th. Glen Elder Lions Scholarship Meal this Saturday, March 23rd, from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Glen Elder Legion Hall. Spaghetti, salad, garlic bread, and desserts. Free will donation. Proceeds go to the Lions Scholarship Fund. That's the news this hour. For the latest local news information, visit our website 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, kdcountry94.com. And don't forget to download the free KD Country 94 app on your smartphone.
your number one source for local sports in north central Kansas. This is Katy Country 94 and Z96.3 Sports.
TJ Otzelberger has got to be proud of his team picked to finish 7th in the league. They'll likely be a 2 seed in the NCAA tournament. For the 5th time in the last 10 years, the Cyclones are the champs.
Iowa State rolling to a 69-41 win over Houston in the Big 12 Men's Basketball Championship on Saturday in Kansas City. More on that coming up in the Sportscast. Also, the NCAA Men's Basketball Tournament bracket revealed. We'll tell you where Kansas is going and when they'll play coming up later this week. Also, the bubble has burst for another team from Kansas, and they'll be heading to the NIT. We'll take a look at the women's NCAA tournament bracket and also look at local sports. The All-League NCAA wrestling team is out. And NASCAR on Sunday. It's all coming up in the Sportscast on Katy Country 94 and Z96.3 The Lake. A quick look at local sports. The North Central Activities Association has released their all-league wrestling team. On the first team from Beloit, 106 pounds, Co Nielsen, Brogan Monty at 113, the state champion in 3-2-1A, and Brody Boudreaux, state placer at 215 pounds, also first team for Beloit. Second team selections, Evan Blue at 120 pounds, Kellen Elam at 144, at 150 Xander Elam, and 115-pound girls all-league second team Zeta Purvis for Beloit. You can find the full look at the NCAA all-league wrestling teams at ncksports.com. I started at the beginning of the Sportscast. The Big 12 Men's Basketball Tournament came to a close Saturday night in Kansas City. Number 7 Iowa State rolling to a 69-41 win over number 1 Houston. Iowa State moved to 27-7 and secured a number 2 seed in the upcoming NCAA tournament, while Houston had already wrapped up a number 1 seed. They're 30-4 heading into the tournament. And all their 8 teams from the Big 12 going to the big dance. Kansas, the number 4 seed in the Midwest region at 22-10. They'll face number 13 seed Samford, which is 29-5. Tip-off will be at 8:55 Thursday on Z96 through the lake from Salt Lake City. Also in the Midwest, Texas, the number 7 seed. They'll play Thursday night against the winner of 10 seed matchup between Virginia and Colorado State on Tuesday in Dayton. TCU has the number 9 seed in the Midwest to take on number 8 seed Utah State Friday. As previously noted, Houston, the number 1 seed. They're in the South region against number 16 Longwood Friday. Just opposite of them on the top of the bracket, Nebraska is the number 8 seed against 9-seeded Texas A&M. And also in the South from the Big 12, Texas Tech, the 6th seed against upstart number 11 NC State, which punched their ticket with an ACC tournament title. Iowa State has number 2 seed in the East region. They'll face number 15 South Dakota State Thursday, while BYU is the 6th seed in the East, facing number 11 Duquesne Thursday. In the West region, number 3 seed Baylor will face number 14 Colgate on Friday. We'll have more of a breakdown of the bracket, matchups, and more on the sports ticket this week on Katy Country 94 and KatyCountry94.com. And for a full look at the bracket, visit NCAA.com. Despite a passionate plea by K-State coach Jerome Tang after losing to Iowa State in the Big 12 tournament quarterfinals Thursday night, the Wildcats, as most expected, did not receive an invite to the NCAA tournament. They're 19-14, and they will face 18-14 Iowa in the first round in Iowa City later this week. NCAA.com, the place to visit for the full bracket, tip-off dates and times for the NIT. In the NCAA Women's Tournament, both K-State and KU have made the field. The Wildcats got great news Sunday night. They're the number 4 seed and regional number 2 in Albany. They'll host first and second round games at Bramlage Coliseum. K-State's the number 4 seed, 25-7. They'll host 13 seed Portland, who's 21-12. First round game will be on Friday. Kansas is in regional number 3, Portland, and starting on Saturday in LA as number 8 seed at 19-12 against number 9 seed Michigan, which is 20-13. You can find the full women's tournament bracket, and once the times are posted, those will be at NCAA.com as well. Finally, in sports and NASCAR, Denny Hamlin picked up the win at Bristol Sunday. Hamlin led for 163 laps and held off a late run from his Joe Gibbs Racing teammate Martin Truex Jr. to win by just over a second for the first win of the season in the NASCAR Cup Series. Kyle Larson and Truex are tied for the points lead 5 races in. Next up will be the Circuit of the Americas in Austin this Sunday afternoon. That's a look at sports on your sports leader in North Central Kansas, Katy Country 94 and Z96 through the lake. Sportscast is brought to you by Zachary Ace Hardware in Beloit. I'm Dusty Donis.